Well, hello yet again, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome back to more Wargame AirLand battle. I'm here to show you some how-tos and what TFs, WTFs of the game. Some of you had a lot of good questions, and I'm here to explain some things. First, let's look through the deck of the Soviets. I will show off some of what the Soviets have, as well as showing off some of the game. Of course, you have your FOB, your UAZ, your BRDM2U, your MI4AVPK, your Ural logistics truck, as well as the MI26. Here we have the UAZ 469 AGS 17. We have the BRDM2, and we have the Ravzdika. I'm not familiar with this unit quite yet, but it does come with an MI8 TV. We also have the T64B and the T72B1. I believe, yes, the B1. Motor Streliki with the BMP2, Panzer Shrek, I believe that's Panzer Shrek? I'm never sure about that one, but it is the Igla BMP1, an AA unit. You have your Patura Factoria BMP1, it is an ATGM, and your Spetsnaz with an MI24P. Here you have your Nova SVK, the 2523 Nona SVK. This is kind of a, I don't know, an artillery? I'm not sure. Without the image, it'll be a little hard. Maybe we'll look at that in just a moment. We have the BM-21 Grad, rocket artillery. We have the Strela, MTLB Strela 10, and the Ural ZU-23-2. Under vehicles, we have the BMPT, a prototype infantry carrier. And for helicopters, we have the KA-50 Kornanya Akula, which I think means shark, something shark, and MI-28 helicopter, gunship helicopter. So, anyway, let's put down some units here and let's take a look at a few things. First, we'll put down a couple of these Nona. Let's put down 4 of these and see what these are all about. We'll also put down, I'm just going to show you some of the changes to things. We're also going to put down artillery. We're going to put down trained BM-21 Grads. Also, we'll pull out a couple of these helicopters, and we'll also put down some T-72B1s. In fact, let's put down as many as we can. All right. So, you know what? Actually, let's get rid of one of these grads just so we can bring in some air support here in just a moment. There's what we want. Perfect. Now, I don't know if that's enough. We'll get rid of a couple T-72s as well, just so we can showcase everything. And if you're enjoying this, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. So let's look over the battlefield, shall we? Down there in Anna, you have that pink line that comes in from the side. That's where your aircraft will come in, as well as the white lines where, if captured, reinforcements will come in, ground-based and helicopter reinforcements. You can see that Center, Boris, Elena, Dmitry, Gregory, Fedor, and Sheraton are on the maps, and also these points will change depending on whether or not you're playing 2, 3, or 4 players. So for instance, if you have 2 players on this map, suddenly the points will be worth more to make the game go a little bit more faster, increase speed. It makes it more fun, trust me. Also, there are armored commands in this game as well. There's command vehicles that are actually tanks, and there's so much to learn in this game, but let's get started here then with launching some aircraft. So, to call in aircraft, you'll want to click AirCom, and what you need to do first is you need to unlock the aircraft. Here we have air superiority fighters, and here we have ground attack aircraft. Let's start with a basic MiG-29 that's coming in hardened. Once you click on it, you've merely only unlocked it. As you can see now, it's not greened out anymore. Once we click on that, we can click call in, and then we can call it in. So, if you think the enemy is about to attack with aircraft, first buy it before going through, because those extra seconds it takes to call in that aircraft could change the battle. So you call in, and then the aircraft is immediately selected. Once you click call in, you can change its trajectory or which direction it's going just by a click of the mouse. As you can see here, the MiG-29 is going to the right, and once it's kind of reached its destination, it will go into a circular. Oh wow, he's getting very close to that mountain. He'll go into a circular holding pattern just above the location, which is really nice because then, if you need to engage somewhere else, he can move off in a different direction. Yes, indeed. So once you're done with him, you can click on evac and he'll get out of there. If he starts taking fire, he'll move out of there. He'll fly up so high that nothing can stop him. I'm trying to get a zoom in on that, but he leaves the map, and there you go. Now he's safe. So let's get over to the Nona, shall we? Alright, the Nona looks like a kind kind of a BTR-based artillery cannon. Yes, it is. And boy, is it kind of a strange-looking unit. It's more similar to the oh, I forget it now. I forget the name. The AML-60. So what we can do here is we can tell it to fire out a position, and it'll get a corrected shot. Here it's getting ready to fire, and in just a few seconds, you can see how the artillery is already different than in World in Conflict. They fire barrages. So did you see that? They fired very quickly, and then they stopped. In order to keep artillery up in this game, you have to kind of continue to tell them to fire. I'm going to hold shift now just to see if they follow orders to fire left, right, and then further in the rear. So first they're firing on the left. And now they're targeting the side on the right. What takes long is the repositioning of the artillery. Artillery fires quickly now in small bursts, but you can continue fire by selecting multiple locations. So there they go. Alright, let's take a look at smoke. A lot of you asked for smoke. Let's split our formation to make them more effective. And if you hold control, you can go control 1, control 2, control 3, and control 4 to select all units differently. Watch as I press on the keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so, we've got some capitalist pigs moving down the road. So let's take care of them. We're going to smoke them out. Hotkey on this is B. So we're going to go 1B, 2B, 3B, and 4B. And here comes our smoke. Very cool, huh? Now that can be used to smoke out enemy ATGM positions, like in farms over here, and you can either put a ring of smoke around them or put smoke directly on their position, and you can also do it to your units to cover their advance. For instance, if you have aircraft above, you might be able to hide in there for some cover. Let's take a look at the BM-21 Grad. Let's go ahead and blow up Boris. Rocket artillery is pretty much unchanged. It will target, it will fire, it will launch all of its missiles, and then it will stop. Very inaccurate without a spotter. The same goes for aircraft. Without ground support for the aircraft, they will be unable to see anything on the ground. So if you're trying to destroy enemy artillery groups such as this that have no AA support, your air support won't be able to see them without some ground units. So it would always be a good idea to maybe put some type of a scout nearby to keep an eye on enemy forces and strike when the iron is hot. Let's move fast through the smoke then, shall we? T-72B1's moving up. Main battle tank of the Soviet Union. 125mm 2A46M machine gun and the SNS VT machine gun. 12.7mm and 125mm cannon. Let's stop them up here and have them engage. Engage! Yes, just like Jean-Luc Picard. Alright, time to have them attack. Let's have them first attack with their main cannon. Let's shoot at the road. These units are now putting themselves into cover. Oh, and are now stopping. Oh, let's have them stop here. Oh, you know what? We need to fire position, not attack. And there they go. They'll begin to reload and fire again every time you click that. And, of course, you can always do the shift control. And they'll continue to fire in all directions indicated. As soon as they reload, they fire. Same can be done with the machine gun. Let's just show that off now. Actually, that is continuous fire until changed. Well, rather until the ammunition has to reload. But anyway, it seems to be continuous fire until otherwise. Let's take a look at one extra very useful feature. ATGMs are coming in from the front. How do you get out of there? Of course, you don't want to show the front, or rather you want to show the front, but not the left, right, or rear of the tank. So what you do is you click reverse, ask them to reverse, and the tanks will make sure that they show the front of the tank while they're reversing. Very good, boys. Very good. Right. So, time to look at the F.A.Q over here. let's go ahead and see what it has. It has a 30mm cannon and infrared missiles for both, well, AA purposes. Let's take a look at this helicopter. Ooh, it's beautiful. That is very cool. So this, of course, will be used against other aircraft and can also attack ground with its 2A42 machine gun. Well, it's autocannon. 30mm of pain, baby. That is right. So, anyway, there it is. There's a little showcase of what the Soviets have. Of course, they've got infantry and ATGMs. I also do want to show off one more thing before we go. I would like to show off ATGM groups that have changed slightly as well. And of course, you'll be able to see more of these weapons in real battle as we play multiplayer matches. So don't forget to check out the first video in the series, the introduction for Wargame AirLand Battle, as well as the multiplayer matches with the rest of the Rat Pack. And if you're enjoying this, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friends. So, ATGMs come in with a BMP-1. The BMP-1, of course, is armed with the Malyutka. Apologies, but I can't, of course, say it correctly. The Malyutka, and, of course, the Grom 75mm. So it has an ATGM of its own, as well as an ATGM crew of 2. That's right, in previous Wargame European Escalation, it would be a crew of 5 men. But here it's only 2 men, armed with the Factory missile, and of course you can move these men to any position to have them engage. Very nicely detailed troops here. Nicely done, Eugen Systems. Look at the, wow, that's just very, very good. Not much you can say about that other than just real nice detailed textures, very accurate, and I don't know if they're celebrating as well for the release of AirLand Battle. So, anyway, if you put these troops into a position such as this, like for instance this area here, anything enveloped in that white perimeter will become under their defense if they enter it, and if it's in combat, for instance if NATO and Pact are fighting over this farm, it will become purple to show that it's contested. Whoever captures this area will defend it and will have a defense bonus far greater than hiding in a forest. And also vehicles can hide here as well. For instance, we could have the BMP park anywhere in this farm area and fire ATGMs along with the crew. The same goes for any type of infantry, including IGLA, and they can also take positions here and fire at aircraft. Everything that has a missile or anything that has an AA missile or an autocannon can fire at enemy aircraft. Unfortunately, though, as far as I know, the Ikula AA cannot fire at other jets. So jets can take down other jets, and anything ground-based can take down other ground-based units. So I hope this helped to explain some very, very basic tactics of the game and new functions. So until next time, friends and fans, this is Raptor, hoping to see you on the battlefield.